In any strata dispute, let's be real, information is power. But what happens when that information is being kept from you? Well, today we're going to demystify a crucial legal tool that can completely change the game, Regulation 39. If you've ever felt like you're fighting a case with one hand tied behind your back, then this one's for you.
You know the feeling, right? It's so frustrating. You know there's a paper trail, a key email, a contract, maybe some meeting minutes that could prove your entire case, but the other side just refuses to hand it over. This is the exact situation where Regulation 39 becomes your best friend, acting as the key to unlock all that withheld information. So what's the magic behind Regulation 39? Well, it all comes down to a legal concept called discovery. Now, this isn't about just accidentally finding some information. Nope, this is a formal, structured process designed to level the playing field. It makes sure a case is decided based on all the facts, not just on who's better at hiding them.
So let's break that down. What does discovery actually mean? Put simply, it's the official legal mechanism that basically says, hey, you can't hide relevant information. It gives you the power to formally request and get documents that are absolutely critical to your case. It forces transparency and, ensures a fair fight.
And this, right here, is where the real power lies. Subregulation 39, Section 1, gives the tribunal the authority to step in at any point at all, and order a party to produce specific documents. And make no mistake, this isn't some polite request. It is a legally binding order.
So why does the tribunal even have this power? Well, the regulation itself gives us the answer with this key phrase. The whole point is for the expeditious determination of the claim. Now that's just a fancy legal way of saying to resolve the case quickly and efficiently. Discovery isn't meant to drag things out, it's designed to cut right through the delays to get to the truth.
Okay, so how does this process actually get started? It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. The regulations actually give us two different ways to kick off discovery.
As you can see here, there are two paths this can take. The first one is that the tribunal can just decide to do it on its own. They can look at a case and say, you know what? We need to see these documents. But, and this is the important part, you don't have to just wait for them. The second path is your application. You, whether you're the one making the claim or defending against it, can proactively apply for a discovery order. It puts you in the driver's seat.
All right, so you've decided to take matters into your own hands. Excellent. How do you actually do it? Let's walk through the practical steps you need to take to make a formal application for discovery. The process is laid out in 4 pretty clear steps. First, you've got to prepare a formal notice of application, and you have to use the official form for it, which is Form 14. Then, you need to attach a very specific list of the documents you're looking for. You can't just ask for everything. And finally, and this is probably the most critical part, you have to state your grounds.
I really want to hammer this point home. You must justify your request. You need to explain why these documents are relevant and why they're necessary for the tribunal to make a fair decision. This isn't a fishing expedition. You need to show that there's a real, genuine need for this information to build your case.
So, you've done the work. You've filed your Form 14, you've got a specific list, and you've laid out some compelling grounds. What happens when the tribunal agrees with you? What does that success actually look like?
This is it. This is the payoff. The tribunal issues an official, legally binding order. The regulation is so specific, it even tells you the exact form they'll use, Form 15. When you see this form, you know your request was successful, and the other party is now legally required to comply.
Now, a Form 15 order is no joke. It's a legally binding directive with some serious teeth. It will lay out exactly what has to be produced, and it'll often come with firm deadlines. The tribunal can even add specific terms and conditions, which means they can tailor the order perfectly to the needs of your particular case.
And that's really the long and short of Regulation 39, a seriously powerful tool for fairness and transparency. It's there to make sure cases are decided on all the facts, not just the ones that are convenient. So we'll leave you with this question to think about for your own situation. The key to winning your case might just be locked away in a document that you now have the power to uncover.